Hey guys, I'm back with 10 more JRPGs that everybody knows, but sadly, no one plays. And I'm not talking about the ones with a bad reputation or the ones that are really rare and expensive nowadays. These are 10 great JRPGs that I think everybody should play, but for some reason or another, no one plays. So let's begin. Number 10, Legend of Mana. Everyone knows this JRPG, but no one plays it. I believe it might be because it is well known for being an open world game. You may have heard a lot of people making claims about the cryptic nature of it. Unfortunately, it is true. This is a game that if you play in blind, as in your first time, chances are you won't get very far. Or you might, but there's a considerable chance you will encounter a dead end. Every time I recommend this overly beautiful action RPG, I try to make an emphasis on a walkthrough. Any sort of guide might help you figure out what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go, because it's not like modern open world games where you always know no matter what. If you get lost exploring or doing optional stuff, it's a guarantee you can return to the main story no problem. But in Legend of Mana, that's not the case, so do yourself a favor and play this highly unique game without feeling embarrassed by consulting a guide. It isn't a PS1 exclusive anymore, it was remastered on all modern systems some years ago. Number 9, Disgaya II. The only reason why no one plays Disgaya II is because it isn't remastered like some of the others. It's one of the best, but it's stuck on PS2 and PSP. Everyone talks about 1, 4, and 5, but not this one. Actually, 3 is the same case, but I've barely played it, so I don't know if I can recommend it. Disgaya 2 though is the only Disgaya game in this series I've proudly beaten, and I think it's as great as the others. Hell, I suck at Disgaya games and I beat this one, which means it's either one of the easiest in the series, or I did something right without noticing. Whatever the case, I believe it's one of the most accessible in the franchise, and don't worry about it not being remastered. The game's also available for PC since 2017. You can also just simply emulate it, but if you don't care about emulation, then get a physical copy of it. It's dirt cheap, especially the PS2 original, and as I said, I believe it's one of the best in the series. Number 8, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. No one plays these two games probably because they think they're just Musou games, as in Dynasty Warriors clones. A lot of people don't know they're action RPGs, something I've been clarifying every time I mention them in my videos. You don't just go around mindlessly killing enemies, elite monsters, or tough bosses. You also have your traditional RPG elements like a leveling system, party members which you can control at any time, a protagonist with a personality, character development, a story-driven adventure, skill trees, equipment system, experience system, and a big town which is your base of operations, shops, customization, challenges, side quests, NPC interaction. There's just way more to them than just Warriors-like gameplay, you know? So if you're looking for a couple of challenging games, pick these two up. You'll find them very cheap on Steam and PS4. There were versions on PS3 and Switch, but for some reason those never left Japan. Number 7, Wild Arms 2. This is one of the best Wild Arms games ever made. I covered the third one in the previous video, baffled that everyone seems to know it, yet no one plays it. It feels to me though that more people have played it since then, as well as others in that video that were even remastered or ported recently somewhere. Well, I don't know why I didn't include this second game in that video since it's better than 3 in my opinion. It's just as traditional as 1 and 3 in terms of having multiple protagonists, each with their individual prologue, and then coming together with other party members. It was criticized because of its graphics and camera, but I never found any of that to be a game-breaking issue. It aged decently, and in case you didn't know, it was re-released on PS4 and PS5 with upscaled graphics a few years ago. I mean especially for you Europeans, since you didn't get the original PS1 version. Also, it's not like the latter is that rare and expensive yet. So really, you've got no excuse. Play it. Now. Yes, right now. I mean it. Now! Number 6, Jeanne d'Arc. Another game that was re-released digital on PS4 and 5 not long ago is Jeanne d'Arc. This is a surprise since no one was expecting Sony to bring this back, but it did. It's a great version that I beat live last year. I've also played the original PSP release with no issues to be mentioned. It's a fantastic strategy RPG, criminally underrated, challenging, with some RNG problems, but I'm sure you'll tolerate them. Actually, I'd say it's among the 5 best tactics games on PSP. You also need to know the story is rich with a mature and adult-oriented narrative with barely any nonsensical chit-chat. This used to be a hidden gem, but the internet just kept on talking about it and recommending it for good reasons. So while it might be the least famous, for so to say, of today's video, I'd like to think at this point nearly everyone knows it, and no one plays it, sadly. Physical PSP version is around $50 nowadays though, so if you don't care about emulation or paying that much money for a physical original copy, stick to the $10 release on PS5 or 4. I will leave my full review of this game at the end if you want to know more about it. Number 5. Star Ocean: The Last Hope. This is a game on Xbox 360 and PS3, physical. Digital, it was also enhanced for PlayStation 4 and Windows, though I'd like to point out that the original physical versions are not only great, but also super cheap. Everyone knows this JRPG, but no one plays it because the internet cried a lot about the horrible English dub for some of the characters. There really is no other legitimate reason to diss the game or reject it other than entirely subjective opinions out there. But yeah, the English dub is objectively bad for some characters. Well, guess what the solution is? The Japanese dub! All versions have an option to switch to it, so you won't have to suffer through bad actors in their cringe performances. Though the characters themselves might still be a bit bothersome, just less annoying. This is a great game, also quite an underrated one. Play it and come up with your own opinion, I say. There is no excuse, all versions of it are dirt cheap. Number 4. Ys 7. This is similar to Disgaya II in the sense that since there is no remaster, everyone knows it but no one plays it. It's only on PSP for about $65 complete in box, no European release for some reason, probably because back then Exceed Games, the publisher, didn't have a branch over there. But lo and behold, the game has been available on Steam for quite some time now, usually on sale, and it's apparently the best version of it to play, quite possibly due to the graphical enhancement of a modern computer over the antique, ultra vintage and extremely retro PSP. You know, that little portable system that was released 600 years ago? Oh yeah, gaming was a thing back in the day, I know that. I made a time machine and traveled through time to make sure. This is an excellent game and one of the best within the Ys franchise. I'm sure you'll get your remaster one day, but in the meantime, the game is still an absolute must-play. Number 3. Baten Kaos. I understand people didn't want to play this because for the longest time it was a GameCube exclusive. It was also a bit pricey for a time, especially its prequel Origins, but then the unthinkable happened and both got a remaster on Switch and Windows. Not on PS4, maybe because there was some deal with Nintendo over its exclusivity? Then why are they on Steam? Anyways, I think the remasters aren't perfect and come with some small issues, but little to no modern censorship was done to them. The crappy English dub was completely removed as well. And guess what? Since the remasters came out, the original GameCube versions went down in price. The first one, which is by far the best one, is now an affordable game. So nowadays, everyone knows these two games, but another reason why no one plays them is perhaps because the battle system utilizes cards on a timed fashion, as in you need to decide quickly which ones to use. Well, it's stressful, but strangely addicting and engaging at the same time. And they aren't as complex as, I don't know, Valkyrie Profile 2, which I also believe everyone knows but no one plays. I highly recommend at least the first Baten Kaos, which I've always said it's an absolute must-play. Number 2, Eternal Sonata. Coming from the same developer is this masterpiece here, a game that is also not remastered or available anywhere except PS3 and 360. But both versions are cheap, meaning accessible for most people with either console. 360 version is balanced, while the PS3 one is the Enhanced Port, Complete Edition, and harder. I recommend this one of course, but you can't go wrong with the original 360 release. So the game not being available for modern systems is a reason why everyone knows it but no one plays it. Another reason could be because... never mind, I have no idea. Incredibly addicting and engaging combat system that is intense but not hard to understand or get into, gorgeous visuals and music, a very emotional character development and deep storyline. It's got everything you're probably looking for in a JRPG, trust me! Number 1, Tales of Legendia. I said that no games with a bad rep, but let me explain. For the longest time, yes, this Tales game had a very bad rep, but nowadays, other Tales games have gotten all the hatred. I feel like most of the world has forgiven this one as its reputation continues to be healed. It's a PS2 exclusive though, but not expensive or rare yet. People were anal about it because it wasn't developed by the usual Namco Tales studio, and hell, some American developers were added to the team, but only a handful. This is still a very Japanese game. Music also wasn't done by the usual guy, Motoi Sakuraba. Instead, Go Shina composed it, and boy, I think anybody can agree, whether they like this game or not, it's simply beautiful. Some things didn't age very well about it, like the overworld exploration, which is slow, and the random encounters. The combat system is in 2D, and it isn't among the best in the series, but it holds up, and it won't take you long to get used to it. This is my favorite Tales game ever, and I still insist it's for everybody, as in everyone should play it. I'm sure someday stupid Namco will bring it back to life like it did with Symphonia, Vesperia, and Graces, but honestly, you cannot go wrong with the PS2 original. If you have played any of these games, let everybody know in the comment section below. Tell me if you play them and why you think people don't play them despite knowing them. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. See you next time!